Don't get me wrong, we do have the Holy Spirit advantage, but you need to get into this knowing that it's going to require some effort and time. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. We are living in the era of the Great Resignation, where everybody is quitting their job in search of better prospects. And whilst that's a good thing, and I am in full support of that, I have seen other people go about it the wrong way and as a result regret their decisions. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 things that you need to do before you start looking for a new job. First things first, deep dive into why it is you actually want to leave that position. The worst thing that you can do is find yourself in this situation today, get a new job, and then be excited about it, and 3 months to 4 months down the road, find yourself in this exact same situation where you're looking for a new role again. So sit down with yourself and be transparent. Just have a heart-to-heart. After all, it's just you, yourself, and you, and really deep dive into why you want to make that transition. I find that there are 4 main reasons why people might want to change. The first reason is they just want a new role. Maybe you're tired of doing those tasks you're currently doing, but you love your organization, you love the people that you work with. It's just that there's some sort of misalignment with that work. And so in that kind of situation, you don't even need to leave your current role. You might maybe speak to your management or whoever it is that you report to about finding other career opportunities with that same organization. Another reason is you might want to try a different industry. Let's say you're an accountant, for example, and you're currently in manufacturing or pharma, but now you find it a bit boring. You want something that's a bit more exciting, like maybe beauty, or maybe in the automotive or fashion space, and that's okay. So you know that you like the work that you're doing, it's just that you need to find a different industry. The other reason I see, and I see this with a lot of people, is you like the work that you're doing, you just don't like the company that you're working for, you don't enjoy working with the people that you're working with. So in that situation, you would just look for a similar type of job in a different company. And the last reason why I sometimes see people moving is when there's a complete disconnect with the work that they're doing and the organization that they're in, and they just want to take a complete different turn and do something different. So you need to be honest with yourself and ask yourself questions like, what do I not like about the work I'm doing? What do I like about it? What do I really want to do? And you should also have difficult conversations with yourself, like, if I leave this current company, am I going to lose out on certain benefits? Is my family going to be impacted? Did I sign a non-compete that might hinder me from joining a certain organization during this specific time frame? Doing this exercise might make you realize that maybe you actually don't need to leave your current role. Maybe you just need a different challenge, or it might make you see everything in a different light. And then you also need to create a company bucket list. This is a list of maybe 15 to 25 companies that in an ideal world, you would love to work for these companies. Doing this is going to help you strategically position yourself as an attractive candidate for them. And also it will help you really decide if these companies are in alignment with your personal morals and values. You want to look at what kind of projects they're working on. What causes do they support? As much as I want to make a lot of money, there are just certain companies that I would never work for because of the nature of products and services that they provide. It's really important that you know that you're not trading off one set of problems with your current company with a new set of problems with the potential new company. I can't stress this enough, but you need to know what you want. You don't want to look like a fool and raise false alarms by starting a job search, sending out your resume, meeting with people when you don't know exactly what it is that you want to do. So before you start job searching, figure out what it is you want exactly in terms of the scope of work and also the compensation. I find that candidates who know exactly what they want interview better, and you stand a better chance of getting the job than showing up in an interview when you're all over the place because you don't know exactly what you want. It's also really important to know what you want compensation-wise. Now, I have a detailed video that talks about how you should go about deciding on that figure that you want, as well as salary negotiation. You can go check that video out after watching this. But before you start your job search, there are 3 figures that you need to know. Your walkaway figure for that new position, the figure that ideally you would want to make, and the figure that you're going to save. For context, just check out that other video. Be willing to walk away. Wherever possible, avoid going into a job search from a place of desperation, because if you're desperate, you're going to settle for every and anything. So if you're currently employed and you see that things are starting to go south, start your job search process immediately versus waiting until things have gone south. One thing I tell my coaching clients over and over again is you need to have the mindset that you have something to bring to the table, you are an experienced individual, and that any organization would be lucky to have you join their team. So go into the job search process with this mentality. Don't settle for anything less than what you want, which is why it's so important that you know what you want, because if you don't know what you want, you will settle for anything. I will say this to anybody who listens: be willing to walk away from anything that is not aligned to what you want. And finally, prepare yourself mentally. Job searching can be taxing. I'm always telling people this. Job searching is not just quickly updating your resume, uploading it on different job boards, and waiting for recruiters and hiring managers to call you. We are in a candidate-driven market right now, hence the great resignation. And so that job you're thinking of going for, there's probably a handful or more of people who are looking at that same job and who might even be more qualified and experienced than you. And so the best way to get hired is to stand out from these competitors, and the best way to stand out is to be strategic. And to be strategic requires effort and time, and that's why you really have to work on your mindset and really be prepared for that journey that you're going to embark on. You have to go into the job search knowing that it's not going to be as easy as ABC. Don't get me wrong, we do have the Holy Spirit advantage, but you need to get into this knowing that it's going to require some effort and time from your part. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.